been that's what we're hoping for. They're getting ready to launch.
Jennifer said to red flag the race.
Okay, I'm staying out of this. I'm from SoCal. We don't argue. We just go surfing.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
AJ said that all the runabout racers aren't here yet, so they're letting them run the race. It's probably about 5 minutes. Okay. Got it.
Wait a minute.
That we want to know who the name of the rider is.
Is this a pro?
It's either the folder or the file, he said, is the name of the rider. Oh, Callaway Turner. It's Callaway Turner, yeah. All right, cool.
You or me, which way?
I will. We'll just go back and forth. I'll start. Yeah.
Okay.
So is this going into the first turn? Okay, from the start, going in. Okay. Let me say on board. We're on board with. Okay, cool. Okay, play it.
And
All right, Kurt, we're on board with Callaway Turner for the Jet Trim play of the day.
yeah, it's the lap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a lap of the
We gotta
day.
start over.
Is this thing not working?
Start over. Start it over again. All right, we're on board with Callaway Turner for the Jet Trim lap of the day. Charging into the first turn. Turner a little behind here going into the first turn, Kurt.
Yeah, he's having to deal with the pump wash of the two riders in front of him, but he's in a great position, tight to the buoy. They're going to make a hard U-turn. Watch him as he tries to gain position here. Callaway Turner trying to chase this rider down.
Well, you see him looking over to his right to see who's next to him. Nobody there. He's got some clean water now. One rider in front of him, and he is charging on to the front straightaway. Couple more turns, and he's in that inside split onto the first turn.
You see him look behind, make sure nobody's there. Again, he's going wide up and down that Broward Motorsports front straightaway. He's making the left. Here comes the log jump. Callaway Turner up and over. Well done as he makes his way through the chicane system over on the far right-hand side of the track. Rick, where's he going?
Turner looking again, see if anybody's next to him. Nobody there. Makes a nice left-hand turn. Now he's got to stay real clean as they head towards the back part of the straightaway. What he wants to do is enter the back straightaway with as much speed as he can so that he can really gain on anybody in front of him and not give up a position or get passed on that straightaway.
No question about it. As he goes off the end of the straightaway, he's taking the inside split, going to try and make a move here. Two more buoys before he comes on to the main straightaway. Here he goes. Watch it, the next orange buoy. He's going left and across the finish line, and that's your Jet Trim lap of the day.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me? Okay. The ones that you texted me, correct?
So, Pro Sport GP, this is how they finished up. Okay. Sport GP, Moto number 2, this is how they finished up. First on the 11-11, Richard Taylor. Second, Sam Nemi. Third, Jules Hopkins. And fourth overall with a great ride, Thomas Skellett. You didn't need numbers, right? Okay, cool.
All right, we are ready to get started. Pro-Am runabout box stock. Moto number 3, this is going to be all for all the marbles. And interestingly enough, we have 3 riders that are all tied in points coming into this moto. Brian Baldwin's got a 2 and a 3 for a 5 overall. Chris McCluggage has a 3 and a 2. And Arminio Iantasca's got a 4 and a 1. So those 3 riders are tied right now coming into the 3rd moto. And all 3 of them have a chance for the World Championship here in Moto number 3.
You know what that means? The start is even more critical than it would be in the 1st and 2nd moto.
Keep an eye on Iantasca on the inside over here. He has gotten great starts all day long. Boat number 4 on the inside, the Black Sea-Doo. Iantasca gets a good jump on the inside, and there are some boats banging around next to him, but it's Iantasca with a real clean start on the inside. That looks like McCluggage on the outside.
No, McCluggage is stuck here on the line. His boat didn't start. That's the number 4 Sea-Doo of Arminio Iantasca on the inside. Coming down the Broward Motorsports front straight. He has got the lead. He is large and in charge in 2nd position. Behind our Sea-Doo whole shot winner, Arminio Iantasca is the number 1 of Brian Baldwin.
All right. Iantasca out in front and in charge. All he has to do is take this 3rd moto, and I believe he is set up very nicely for an overall world title. We will see how things work out as the laps wind down, but it is that Baldwin in 2nd. That is Brian Baldwin on boat number 1 in 2nd place. And that is 157, Jim Bennett now in the 3rd position.
Gentleman Jim Bennett. We remember in the last moto, he was getting left, moved way over out of leaders' way so that they could get by. And Chris McCluggage, let's talk about that. McCluggage did not get off the line. His boat did not start. He went about 3 feet, it stopped. It took him till the leaders came around to get it going. He's out there now, but I imagine he's got to be in last position. No, he's not.
No, he'll work up, but he is right now not even close to being in contention for the world title. Right now, that's all about Arminio Iantasca out in front. It is Brian Baldwin in 2nd. Arminio on boat number 4, our race leader. It is Baldwin on boat number 1 in 2nd place right now. Now, Baldwin's got a 2nd and a 3rd in the first 2 motos. Iantasca's got a 4th and a 1st in the first 2 motos. So I believe that's going to come down to the best finish here in Moto number 3 to determine the World Championship. And boat number 4 down the front straightaway, Arminio Iantasca with the lead right now in position for a world title. But number 1, Brian Baldwin, is on his tail.
I'll tell you what, Baldwin has been pretty excited down on the beach. He's full of enthusiasm. He's doing, he stuffs it hard as they go into the chicane. That's going to allow Iantasca on that number 4 Sea-Doo to get out in front. But Baldwin on that beautiful number 1 2019 Yamaha GP800 is pushing hard down the jet trim back straightaway, trying to catch the number 4 of Arminio Iantasca. Rick, where are they at?
Arminio looking so good out in front. Arminio on that beautiful Black Sea-Doo. Remember, he won the Pro GP World title yesterday, and he is in charge right now. But Baldwin really on the gas. Arminio out in front, trying to hang on to the lead with Baldwin behind him. This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out battle for the World Championship here in Naples.
I want to go ahead and apologize to the fans now. There's a lot of riders on the course, but this is for the World Championship. The top 2 riders, the only 2 that have the possibility of winning. The number 4, Arminio Iantasca on the Sea-Doo. He's out front. Right behind him on the Yamaha, the number 1, Brian Baldwin, last year's world champion. These two are battling. It's like a boxing match, Rick.
Well, we'll keep an eye on Baldwin because right now Erminio has ridden a trouble-free race thus far. He did the Moto number 1 as well, but then ended up in 4th. In Moto number 2, got the whole shot and ran away with it and held on to that lead start to finish. See if he can do it again here in Moto number 3. I believe Brian Baldwin's going to have a little something to say about that before this race is over because he is charging hard. Here comes Baldwin behind Ian Tosca on the right-hand side of the course, Kurt.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's no question these two riders are going at it, but I got 2 words for you. Lapped riders.
Yeah, here
we
Ian
go.
Tosca behind the lap traffic down that jet trim back straightaway. It is Ian Tosca now. Let's see. Oh, we got some riders moving away. Nobody wants to be in front of Ian Tosca right now. Nobody wants to be in his way to a world title.
And nobody wants to be in Brian Baldwin's way. I guarantee it. I really guarantee that.
We need
Pro-Am Ski GP to the line, please.
All right, down the front straightaway. Let's keep an eye on the leaders. Number 4, Ian Tosca. Number 1 in second. Right behind him is Baldwin. And they are working their way methodically through lap traffic here in Moto number 3. Whoever finishes in the front between these two is going to be the world champion. Down the back straightaway, boat number 4, our race leader. It is Erminio Ian Tosca from right here in Naples, Florida. But look at, he's got his hands full with boat number 1. Here comes Brian Baldwin. Baldwin was fired up after Moto number 2. No surprise from Baldwin, actually, but he wants this world title. You know Erminio desperately wants this world title, and we are going to see a battle right to the end. And Jordan, we've got Jordan on the beach. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Now, I had a chance to sit down with Erminio and talk about the recent passing of his father, the one who got him into this sport. He said that at the age of 7, he went to his father and said, "Let's go. I'm ready to start racing." And his father responded saying, "I'll be the one to let you know when you're ready." And guys, the rest is history. A win today would mean so much for him and his family, and I'm sure his father would be so proud. Guys, back to you.
Yes, he would. I'll tell you what, Erminio is making his way on that number 4 Sea-Doo onto the jet trim, bitch and stitching, back straightaway in tow. Current world champion on the number 1 Yamaha, Brian Baldwin. Lapped riders in front of him. Erminio going to take the outside. Baldwin has a lapped rider. He's going to go to the inside. Oh, it could get interesting here, Rick. Watch Baldwin on the inside. He's tearing up that inside course. We know the speed Ian Tosca has, but look at this. They're side by side. Ian Tosca on the number 4 Sea-Doo down the front straightaway, right behind him on the number 1 Brian Baldwin. They're going into a bevy of lapped riders, Mr. Lake.
Absolutely, Baldwin has closed the gap on that last lap as they work their way on that right side. That right side of the race course, extremely rough and chopped up. They are bunched up back there, but it is Ian Tosca doing a great job to keep that black Sea-Doo out in front as they charge one more time down the back straightaway. It's boat number 4 with the race leader, Erminio Ian Tosca. Baldwin one more time behind him. Let's see what happens.
Let's watch him as they come around. Baldwin on that number 1 Yamaha. Ian Tosca on the number 4. Ian Tosca on the outside. And Baldwin on the inside. Baldwin's liking that inside. He feels like he might be able to make a move. Here
not
they go.
This time, it's not going to happen. Erminio's got full speed coming into that turn at the end of the straightaway, and he's using that to full advantage. Baldwin is going to have to try another move if he's going to get by Erminio. That number 1 of Brian Baldwin doing everything he can. That's that GP 1800 Yamaha trying to track down the factory Sea-Doo of Erminio Ian Tosca on the back part of the race course. Now here they go. Nobody in front of him. It's Erminio with Baldwin right behind him. Wow, what a battle for the World Championship. Number 4, Erminio Ian Tosca, doing everything in his power to keep the number 1 Yamaha of Brian Baldwin behind him. Can he do it?
Potentially he can. Ian Tosca with the lead on Brian Baldwin on that number 4 Sea-Doo. Brian Baldwin on the number 1 Yamaha. They were side by side. It's closer than it's been all race. They head over to the far right-hand side of the course into the chicane. There goes Iantoska on that black number 4 Sea-Doo with Brian Baldwin, your current world champion, Yamaha mounted number 1 machine. They're coming around onto the jet trim back straightaway. Iantoska, large and in charge. There's left riders everywhere. When they reach the end of the straightaway, Iantoska, he's going to make a decision, inside or outside. He's loved the outside all day. Brian Baldwin, though, Rick, he has jumped to the inside, and Iantoska goes to the inside, and Baldwin goes to the outside.
I don't like that move by Iantoska, but I'll tell you what, Iantoska was able to pull a little bit of a gap over Baldwin on that last lap. He goes inside, Baldwin goes outside, and look at Arminio.
How can Arminio do that? I mean, it's magic the way he did that.
He stretched that gap out over Baldwin.
Wow.
What a move. Let's see if he goes to the inside again.
I would.
That was the first time this entire weekend that Arminio Iantoska has taken the inside split. And I'll tell you what, his timing couldn't be more perfect.
It's like he was guided there.
Well, I was just going to say, I think the boss man is looking down on Arminio today. There's no doubt about it. Iantoska, boat number 4, doing everything he can to keep that Yamaha of Brian Baldwin behind him as the laps wind down. They are working their way through the lap traffic. Wow, this is an amazing race we're seeing for the world title. And Snyder now in front of Baldwin. Iantoska. Oh, look at Troy Snyder moving out of the way, getting out of the way of the leaders. Nice job. White flag is out. This is the final lap, Kurt Nolenberg.
It's not even a final lap. They're already halfway around the course. Iantoska continues to lead on that black number 4 Sea-Doo as he cuts through lap traffic like a surgeon on there. And here comes Baldwin right behind him on that number 1 Yamaha.
This is it.
It is close. I mean, it doesn't look close, but I'll tell you what. Copy that. Watch them as they cut through. Last time through the splits, Iantoska, is he going to go inside? He follows the left rider to the inside of Baldwin, goes to the outside. Rick, it's going to be crazy.
Iantoska made a good move that time, keeping the inside on the split. It's going to be Iantoska taking the turn, headed for the finish. Arminio Iantoska takes the win in the World Championship. We will be right back and talk to the winners.
That was absolutely crazy, Rick. And I don't want to call it any way. I'm not sure Arminio made that. I'm looking for photographic evidence. That was really close.
It was really close. I think he had him. Well, I was wrong last time, though. I'm not going to argue with you again.
No, I'm not saying he was. I'm just saying I want to see photographic evidence.
All right, we need everybody on the line ready to go for the next moto. We need GP Ski on the starting line, and we need to get our winner over to the podium. Arminio, we need you on the podium. And I got to say, Kurt, you know, this has been Arminio's weekend.
No question about it.
His second world championship.
I got to tell you, the Iantoska family is over the moon right now. That's 2 world championships for Arminio.
Oh,
Rick,
man,
I'm telling you.
Heartwarming, to say the least. I mean, good.
I'm a
Arminio,
quarter inch away from breaking into tears.
Can we get, hey, Cliff, can we get Arminio over to the podium? Arminio Iantoska. Hey, Cliff, can you send Arminio over to the podium? Cliff Roy? Arminio, can you come over to the podium, please? Congratulations, young man. Oh, his sister Christina right by his side down there. What a great moment. The Iantoskas, this is their weekend right here. Arminio, 2 world championships. What an afternoon, huh? Incredible day.
I'm looking down on the beach. Christina's in tears. We're in tears up here. Oh, I'm telling you, Arminio, great job.
What a weekend for Arminio Iantoska.
Welcome back to the Paradise Coast. I'm here with runabout box stock world champion Erminio Iantasca. Erminio, what does it mean for you to get this win today in your hometown?
I mean, it means so much to me. I got second last year. I fell a little short, but I pushed really hard. Alan Walker, my mechanic, really pushed all last year to make a great package and make it better than last year. And the boat was amazing, handling everything, and just it means so much to me. And I can't thank everyone enough.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Jordan. Erminio, the entire Pro Watercross family gives you congratulations for your 2 world titles in 2018. You couldn't have done a better job. Everybody's got to be happy. And look at that, Brian Baldwin coming to congratulate Erminio. What a race.
Good race. What a race is right. Wow.
You know what we got next? Pro-Am Ski GP.
I got to say, that's one of the best races I've seen in a while, Kurt.
They just keep getting better, Rick. I don't know. I'll tell you, I can't rank them.
Yeah, no, this was a great one. I think with everything that meant for the Iantasca family, what can you say? You know, it just is it really moves your heart tremendously.
Well, it certainly does mine, I'll tell you.
I got nothing more than that. I'm going to leave it at that. That is good.
Wow.
We don't root for anybody. We just call them as we see them, but the end result was pretty darn cool.
Well, you know, it was good as good as we feel for Erminio. Feel not quite so good for Chris McCluggage. Couldn't even get into the moto. The boat stopped.
Hey, that's racing. It happens.
Oh,
we know whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
We call it as we see them, and it just worked out that way. And here we go.
Pro-Am Ski GP.
All right, down in the starting line. You know who's dominated this one?
First name, last name, Matsouras.
Absolutely. And we are getting ready to go. All right, down in the starting line, we've got number 13, Louis Villet, number 15, Matthew Richuk, 28, Cooper Schetznyer, number 2, ZA, Tyron Matsouras, number 44 is Derek Powell, number 50, Dustin Matsouras, number 51, David Cabrera, 102, Justin Trader, 114, AJ Lewinstra, 212, Mike Klippenstein, and really nothing left to the imagination here in Moto number 3 other than seeing how much Dustin's going to win by.
I know. Let's not be crazy about it, but Clipper was up here talking about how he put that boat together in the last week.
Well, I'm going to digress a little bit. Clipper came up here and said, Bill Chapin's going to kill me.
I wasn't going to say it to
everybody.
That's
okay. Bill's a good friend. And,
I like Bill.
Bill worked with Clipper to get that thing running. That's a Commander GP1 hull with the Kawasaki SXR 1500 motor put into it. They worked on that. Bill worked with Clipper and built parts for that. And Clipper's running that package, and he's excited about it. Coming around, it is going to be Dustin Matsouras, leaving nothing to the imagination as he comes around on boat number 50, and he'll take the Yamaha whole shot here in Moto number 3.
Oh, deja vu all over again. Second position on the number 2, Tyron Matsouras. In third, right up there with him, the Clipper, Mike Klippenstein. In fourth, it's Derek Powell, I do believe, on the double 4.
Absolutely. These guys are going at it, and Clipper's up there running behind Tyron Matsouras. Again, Matsouras had a fuel pump go bad in Moto number 2. He's back up and running. Not much of a failure there. Took him out of the moto, took him out of the running, but he's up here in Moto number 3.
Yeah, and we want. Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. I was just watching on the monitor as we see Matsouras. He takes that Commander hull, throws that thing all the way over, digging his elbow into the water, making a pivot, makes his way onto the Broward Motorsports front straightaway. Dustin Matsouras on the number 50 Commander Industries machine, large and in charge. In second is brother Tyron on the number 2, and in third, the Clipper, Mike Klippenstein, R&D's favorite son.
And as much as I hate to say it, I have to. Dustin Matsouras in full command.
Command of his faculties or facilities?
Everything here in Moto number 3. What a day for Dustin. Mats has left nothing to the imagination as he has completely dominated things here in Pro-Am Ski GP. his brother Tyron. Now, in second, and of course, Dustin, we talked about in the first two motos running the Commander GP1 hull with that Kawasaki 1500 four-stroke package, naturally aspirated. His brother running the TR1 triple-cylinder Yamaha motor with a turbo.
I want the one Dustin's got.
That's a real nice package.
As we watch him going over the log jump, you know, this could be the great equalizer. Tyron, not so good that time. Here comes Clipper on the 212, and he's way up in the air.
He got some air over that log jump on that 212 Commander boat. You know, yeah, Clipper, man, he is flying around that course. 50, Matsuras out in front, 212 in second, in third, Klippenstein. But Mats, what a performance he has put on. Those guys train so hard. 3 days a week they go out, put the buoys out. They train 45-minute motos. And let's go down to the beach and talk to Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Now, the log jump has actually been around since the early 90s, but it's the first log jump here in Naples at the World Championship. They wanted to add it to the course this year just for some dimension, and of course, just another challenge for the racers. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, that log jump can certainly be a challenge, to say the least.
You take a, what are we talking about, 400-pound machine?
Yep.
400-pound machine that's capable of 70 miles an hour and approach an object about 1.5 feet in the air. Yes, it's floating, but at that kind of speed, it becomes very solid. So the trick is, as you approach the log jump, these riders will do what's called the bunny hop to lighten up the ski and get up and over. I'll tell you what, right now, riders are, here comes Dustin Matsuras on that number 50.
Flying.
Let's watch him as he goes over the log jump.
Oh, he has been flying around this race course. Number 50, no problem. He is so smooth and in control. And these guys make it look so easy. They are going at extreme speeds. But let's face it, these are the top pilots in the world on stand-up watercraft. As 212, Mike Klippenstein eases over that log jump, doesn't lose much of a drive. They don't want to get air. The more air you get, you lose traction, you lose drive, you lose speed. And they like to keep it flat, keep it low. And you just saw Dustin Matsuras and Klippenstein work that to perfection.
And let's go down to Jordan. Jordan, tell us about Jimmy Wilson.
Yeah, guys, now I had a chance to sit down and talk with those close with Jimmy on Team Hurricane, who said that his wife, who was in a recent terrible car accident, went from being in critical condition, not knowing if she was going to survive, to now on the road to recovery, and things are looking very promising for the Wilson family. Guys, back to you.
Just great news all the way around. We had an auction this weekend for the Wilson family. It was wildly successful, and we appreciate everybody who supported it. We're watching the Clipper, Mike Klippenstein on that 212 machine, R&D sponsored. The Clipper saying, hey, I just put that thing together. He always seems to just put that thing together. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's got so many boats. Who the heck knows what he's doing from one day to the next? He's got so much equipment. He races every race. Matsuras down the front straightaway, boat number 50 with the race lead. And right behind him is his brother, Tyron Matsuras, on boat number 2, ZA. But it is Mats leading this affair all day long. He has led every moto so far today on boat number 50. Clipper on that 212, you know, he told me that him and Bill Chapin were working on that, and I didn't know that until he came up here, because I asked him before the race, I said, what are you running? And he just kind of gave me the hands up like he was being secretive. So, you know, what do I know? I don't know if it's a Commander, I don't know if it's a Chapin tune boat, but we know it's Bill Chapin, formerly of R&D, working with Mike Klippenstein out in Lake Havasu. Those guys train and work every day. Bill never stops developing, never stops making stuff go fast. He is the absolute master, and working with Clipper, doing a great job.
No question. Here comes your leader on the number 50, Dustin Matsuras, making a pass at the end of the Broward Motorsports front straightaway. Second position, the number 2, his younger brother, Tyron Matsuras. Those two starting to go away. Here comes the 212 in third position, the Clipper, Mike Klippenstein, the multi-time champion. All these riders have championships in their own right, but right now we're going to crown a world champion today. The Pro Watercross Pro-Am Ski GP World Champion will be the winner of this moto.
Yeah, Matsuras, Dustin Matsuras on that GP1 Commander boat with the naturally aspirated 1500 cc Cowie motor power plant. His brother behind him in second on the Yamaha triple TR1 turbo powered unit. Identical hulls, identical everything except the power plants, and they are very equal. Look how close they are.
They really seem to me. And as AJ Luenstra sky shots off the log jump, Montsaurus just moves over Lily's got it. He'll set him up and be by on the jet trim back straightaway. Dustin Montsaurus on that number 50. Absolutely special day today for him.
Yeah, it's impressive to see that naturally aspirated Kawasaki motor is every bit as fast as that a turbocharged triple.
Faster.
That he may be a little faster, but remember, Dustin is a little bit better rider than Tyron. Dustin's more experienced, has more championships, and they're very equally matched at any rate. And that stock Kawasaki four-stroke power plant is a very reliable. It's bigger, but it's very reliable.
It's faster.
And okay, I got you.
All right.
Klippenstein is really excited about developing that engine and parts for that motor with Chapin. So I can't wait to see what comes out of that combination out of Lake Havasu. So we've got the Commander team out of Phoenix. We've got Clipper and Chapin and Havasu. And these guys are building some of the top equipment in the world right now, Kurt.
We're watching the top equipment in the world right now, Rick Lake, no question about it.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, Bill Chapin, a buddy of mine as well, with him, the Clipper, going at it. He and Steve Webster, I can see those guys battling out in Southern California, the Arizona desert, as they put these pieces together. I've got a little surprise for you in sport. We'll talk about it then. Here comes your leader on the number 50, Dustin Montsaurus, trying to lead himself off into a world championship.
And look at Tyron right behind him. Tyron is not giving him any bit of an easy path to the finish here. He's staying right with him. Now the two brothers train together weekly. They're together all the time.
I got to ask you, Rick Lake, if it's your little brother and you know you got points, would you move over and let him get a one moto win?
No.
Of course you know. Me either.
There's no way. In fact, he'd be the last guy to go over for.
They love each other, and I'll tell you what a great family. The Montsaurus family has been in the personal watercraft industry for quite some time. And, of course, their families been building boats for literally decades.
Well, Dustin,
over a century.
Yes, they have been. And when Dustin was on the factory Kawasaki team, white flag is out. 1 lap to go for Montsaurus on boat number 50. Number 2, his brother right behind him on the final lap. And when Dustin was on that Kawasaki team, we did a lot of interviews back in the days when we were running the TV back then. And Dustin was always the absolute consummate professional and gentleman to work with. I love the guy, everybody does, and he is one of the true gentlemen of the sport. Dustin Montsaurus, boat number 50, one last time down that back straightaway. Boat number 2, his brother, Tyron Montsaurus, right behind him. And
Did
then
you see
212.
He just backed off the throttle, let his brother get a little close. Oh!
They go to different splits.
He was wanting to go side by side down the straight, and Tyron's like, no, I'm going to take the win. And it's going to be close. Look at Tyron making a move.
On the inside.
Pro Watercross has done a fantastic job.
All right, next up on the starting line, Sport GP. We need number 50, Dustin Montsaurus, to the podium as soon as we get him in. If you guys can send Dustin up to the podium as he comes in. We need number 50, Dustin Montsaurus. Can somebody grab him down there on the left-hand side of the racetrack and send him up here? Well, he's got his helmet on. He certainly can't hear us.
No, but we can let him ride his craft up here and go to tech after.
Yeah. Well, he's just going to have to park it and take a little stroll up the beach here. If you can hear us down at the beach, can you please send Dustin up to the starting line? Thank you. I don't think they're paying attention. He knows. All right. We're good.
All right, Rick Lake coming up, Sport GP, and I have a little kernel of information.
Let me know. What have you got, Kurt Nolenberg?
So the machine that Richard Taylor is riding
is a Hemi-powered.
No,
okay.
Listen to this. He's been building that boat for 3 years. It is the combination of. It's a combination of 4 different machines.
Dustin, can you please come up to the podium? Dustin Matsouras. Dustin. Can we get Dustin Matsouras up to, Steve, can you get Dustin up to the podium? Thank you, Commander. Hang on. Hey, Scott.
Dustin, if we can have you up at the podium right now, please. Joe, would you have Dustin Matsouras come up to the podium, please?
All right. Dustin's making his way up to the podium. We'll have a word with Dustin for our CBS cameras. Hey, Dustin. Dustin, we need you up here on the podium. He's got to have his sponsor hat.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Hey, it's the way it works.
Some sponsors pay by images, and this is a great image to have as a new world champion.
I'm sure that's going to be a rock star hat on his head shortly. Congratulations, Dustin.
Great job.
All right, here we go.
They said 1 minute. Okay. Sorry about that. Here, come on this side. You're good. All right.
Let's go over a little more.
Sorry. Yep. All right. You ready? Welcome back to Naples, Florida. I just want to mention that the pro watercross community has raised $25,000 for Jimmy Wilson and his family. 3, 2, and welcome back to Naples, Florida. I just want to mention that the pro watercross community has raised $25,000 for Jimmy Wilson and his family. And I'm here with Pro Ski GP world champion Dustin Matsouras. Dustin, what was your mindset heading into today?
Yeah, you know, I came in pretty prepared. I had a new GP1 with a 1500cc engine for this event. It was the first time that we've ever raced it, so it was pretty exciting to bring something totally new, unproven, and to come and roll the dice and bring it to an event like this and try and win. So we were able to pull it off today, and yeah, just really happy with my whole Commander setup, and yeah, pumped on the day.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Back to you guys.
All right, here we go. Let's wind them up down to the starting line. We're going to get going with moto number 3, Sport GP. Time to rock and roll.
Out in front on the hole, on the pole on the 1111, Richard Taylor. Right next to him, the 13 of Sammy Niemi. Next to him, the 296 of Thomas Skellett. We move down the road to the 913 of Jordan Carroll. I'm sorry, I'm missing numbers here. We're going to go to the other side. There's Jules Hopkins on that number 85. Billy Dearman on the 111. And we are ready to crown a champion, Rick Lake.
All right, here we go. Keep an eye on Sherman on the inside. Sam Niemi gets the jump. Oh, it's going to be Sam Niemi. It's going to be Sherman. Oh, side by side. Look at Taylor.
Taylor makes the draw.
Oh, Taylor cuts inside. Taylor's going to take it. Niemi was right there, but it was Taylor. Here comes Richard Taylor.
Taylor on that 1111 C2HX. He is going to make.
And it's the Watcon.com hole shot for Richard Taylor.
So as we let the race starts to stretch out a little bit, let me tell you about Richard Taylor's machine. He built this thing over the last 3 years. It's the combination of 4 different watercraft. He took the bottom of 2 X4 hulls, cut them longitudinally, squeezed them together, and put them underneath 2 HX hulls that he cut in half and put together so it fit within the class limits. Dropped a motor in it last week, and now he's out here leading the World Championships.
I'm going to call that weird science right there, but it's working very well because Richard Taylor has absolutely dominated Pro Sport GP here today as he goes down the front straightaway with the lead already over boat number 13, Sam Nemi. Nemi in second. Who we got in third? That looks like
the 111 of Billy Dearman. If we look right behind him, we got the number 1 of Keith Dill, followed by the 296, I think, of Thomas Skellett. And there's Jules Hopkins on that number 85 blue C2HX with that Cowie 4-cylinder 4-stroke motor. And Rick.
And onto the back straightaway goes our leader, Richard Taylor, I am sorry. Absolutely smoking out in front on that C2H, I guess we can call it a C2HX.
Yeah.
Here comes number 13, Sammy Nemi again in second. He's been in second behind Taylor all day, and he finds himself there one more time.
That's such an unusual position.
Uncharacteristic for Sam Nemi. Look at him come down the front straightaway, completely tapped out. It is Taylor going into that left-hander, followed by Sam Nemi right behind him, but Taylor not to be headed today. Taylor has dominated this race.
As Taylor heads into the split course section, he is continuing to extend his lead. Sam Nemi's doing everything he can to keep up, and way back behind him is the 111 of Billy Dearman as we watch Sam Nemi doing everything he can to catch Richard Taylor on that 1111 C2HX he built at home over the last 3 years. Finished it a couple of weeks ago, brings it to the Pro Watercross World Championships. He is large and in charge. Rick Lake, as he makes his way onto the front straightaway, anything you can think of to say that we haven't said already about Richard Taylor?
Well, one thing for certain is that Richard Taylor, even if Sam Nemi were to get around him here in Moto number 3, he still will have the World Championship by virtue of winning both first motos. So that's not going to hurt him at all. However, pride is on the line, and at this level, these guys don't want to give an inch, and he is not going to let Sam Nemi buy him if he can help it. But look at, here comes Nemi. Taylor out in front, but right behind him now is Nemi. Nemi closing the gap quickly. Can Nemi get around him here in Moto number 3?
I'm going to go with anybody can catch Richard Taylor, it'll be Nemi, and he's doing a great job right now. Now Taylor going to the outside, Nemi cuts right through way faster than Taylor. He's grabbing huge pieces of real estate.
There's number 1, the world champion, Keith Dill right now, but he is not running up front with Taylor and Nemi today.
Nemi starting to chase down Richard Taylor. As you said already, he can't win the World Championship, but it is a battle going on.
Watch these guys. Nemi closing the gap. Taylor doing everything he can to keep that C2 HX platform out in front. But Sam Nemi would at least like to get a first out of one of these motos today, and he is doing everything he can to track down Taylor on that 13 Wave Blaster.
I'll tell you what, Richard Taylor calls his machine the 1111 and HXPL because it's a combination of 4 different boats.
That is amazing. Absolutely great work by Richard Taylor to create this watercraft that is absolutely dominating the racing today. He takes the inside split. Coming down the front straightaway one more time is Richard Taylor, our race leader on the 1111. That's a hard number to get used to saying.
I know. How about 11-11?
11-11.
It feels like I'm in kindergarten again.
I like 11-11. We'll stick with that. See if my brain can actually wrap around that.
I went through kindergarten 3 times. Forget it. I'm not going back. Here comes third position, the 111 of Billy Dearman. And right behind him, making a move up, the 85, Jules Hopkins. Now remember, Hopkins didn't have a great first moto. He did have a good second moto, and he has been moving up this entire time. Jules Hopkins might be in a position to be on the podium.
And meanwhile, out in front, Taylor has no idea what's going on behind him. 348 back there battling for position right now.
Kyle Hayes on that yellow 346. Yamaha, and here we go with Taylor. Once again, looks over his shoulders. He goes down the front straightaway on that 1111 white C2HX he built. There is Billy Dearman on the 111. Dearman, a multi-time champion, been sporting that 111 for quite some time. He's in the third spot. This is the best moto of the day for Billy Dearman.
And the 1111 out in front and just charging through lap traffic right now, getting a little bit rougher out there, but not too awfully bad as he goes down that jet trim back straightaway. One more lap. Look at him go by lapped riders. Oh, 111 Dearman. He is down right in front of us, got the fire lit, probably a lanyard pulled off right there, but he's okay and going. There's your Polaris coming by. But out in front, our race leader, one more time, man, he is turning some fast lap times.
I will tell you, and he's got boats all in front of him. The 402 doesn't know he's coming. There goes Richard Taylor, Billy Dearman on the 111.
He's got
down in the water.
That's not a lanyard. That's something more than a lanyard, but you know what?
It's connected to it.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Oh, look at Taylor. Taylor on that 111. He is really leaving the rest of the field. Sam Niemi's not even in sight. Watches Richard Taylor. Goes on to the jet trim.
Oh, Niemi.
Oh, Niemi almost off.
Wow, Niemi.
What a recovery. Did you see that?
That was some fine riding right there by Sam Niemi. But Taylor on the 1111 out in front.
He might have missed it.
Niemi tried to catch him. Here comes Niemi working his way through some rough water. And he gets a little sideways right there, catches an edge, recovers, and goes, whoo, that was close.
I'll tell you what, who's recovered now, Richard Taylor. Very close to a world championship on that 1111 C2HX he built himself.
And he has got a complete front straightaway lead over Sam Niemi in second place right now. That is amazing. As Niemi comes by on that number 13 Blaster, goes into that left-hander. But he is not going to catch Taylor any longer. The 1111 out in front, heading into the back part of the racetrack and absolutely laying waste to this entire field in Sport GP.
No question about it. You see Richard Taylor on that 1111 down the back straightaway. He looked over his shoulder. He had to look twice because there was nobody there. Where did Sam Niemi go? He's worried about his friend.
He's not worried.
Maybe not. There he is. There's Sam Niemi.
Sam riding that Blaster for all it's worth. And the amazing thing is, I mean, Sam is in front of everybody else by a mile. Our leader, 1111,
white flag,
takes the white flag. 1 lap to go for Richard Taylor. Niemi is normally where Taylor is.
Yeah, well,
Niemi
I'll tell you,
is in that position.
Next time we see Niemi, I got to tell you where Sam is definitely already a winner. Look at the boat. That number 13 craft is absolutely beautiful. That Broward Motorsports machine, absolutely spectacular. All year long, Sam Niemi has been riding it like crazy. They come to the World Championships and a home-built 1111 C2HX PL. Richard Taylor is just a few buoys away from a World Championship on his home-built machine, Rick.
And here comes Taylor working his way around the inside split here on his final lap. He has led every lap in all 3 motos today, and let's see him take the checkered flag. And a wonderful race today for Richard Taylor, a world championship. We'll be right back to speak to the champ.
All right, if we can get Richard Taylor to the podium, please. Richard, come on over. Don't get hit. Richard, come on over. We'd like to see you up close and personal.
That's it. Oh, wow, what a day of racing.
Richard Taylor, excited as he should be. Richard, let's get you up at the podium, get you on TV real quick.
Oh my, what a day of racing. Richard Taylor, wow, what a performance. We weren't expecting that, Kurt.
No, not at all. Brian O'Rourke.
They can't hear us in front here, and not at all.
We'll fix that.
Him?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, he was the easiest one to get up here. He's chomping at the bit.
All right.
Everybody on.
It's right over here. Right over here. Congratulations. You ready?
Yep.
Welcome back to the Paradise Coast. I'm here with Richard Taylor, Pro Sport GP World Champion. How does that sound?
Oh, it's amazing. I just can't thank the man up above so much. We actually put this boat together yesterday afternoon. It hit the water for the very first time ever at 4:38 p.m. It ran great. We still got a lot to do to it. It isn't pretty, but fast is pretty. Pretty ain't fast.
Huge win. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming, and I just want to thank all my competitors. Sam Nemi, he's a champion. He is a great guy. I'm really proud of him, and he's sporting the sport. And I just can't thank the man up at stairs and all my friends, Don Anderson, Team Faith, Robert Saya, who gave us a seal last night at 10 p.m. so we could go run.
A class act. Congratulations. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much. And a great big congratulations from the Pro Watercross team. Richard Taylor, what a ride.
Okay.
Copy that. Sweet. We're clear. We're clear.